In this episode of GTV, we will be discussing people's pet peeves, Autism Awareness Month,
Earth Day, Miss Week's Poetry Slam, and GTV's trip to the high school.
This episode of GTV starts right now. Hey Grizzlies, welcome back to this episode of GTV. I'm Elise Zhang.
And I'm Colin Boucher. Elise, you know what annoys me the most?
I don't know. What?
When large groups of people take up the hallway. I just can't deal with it.
Interesting. But I wonder what other people's pet peeves are. Let's go to JC to see.
Hey Grizzlies, my name's JC Norris, and today we'll be asking some Grizzlies about their pet peeves. Let's go. What's your name and what grade are you in?
My name is Serena and I'm in 7th grade.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
People chewing really loud, and my mom, all my friends do it, and it's really annoying.
Understandable. What's your name and what grade are you in?
My name is Wildcat TV. I'm in 7th grade.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
In basketball, when it's a big guard, that just makes me so mad.
Understandable. What's your name and what grade are you in?
Kylan, and I'm in 6th grade.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
When my mom called me out of my room when I was asleep to go do the dishes or something.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah.
What's your name and grade?
My name is Kevon and I'm in 7th grade.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
My biggest pet peeve is people eating food in class and not sharing with anyone. And it's because I'm big and I'm hungry,
Relatable. What's your name and what grade are you in?
Logan Hedges, and I'm in 6th grade.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
When teachers are really loud, and because it gets really annoying, especially at 3 in the morning. Wait.
3 in the morning?
I meant 8 in the morning.
I agree. What's your name and grade?
I'm Hannah and I'm in 7th grade.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
People chewing with their mouths open. It's just gross. We don't want to see your food.
Agreed. What's your name and what do you teach?
Mr. Myers, 7th grade social studies.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
Tardies and people who walk slow. So just remember that if you're ever in the hallway near me.
Thank you. What's your name and what do you teach?
I am Miss Cartwright and I teach 6th grade math.
What is your biggest pet peeve and why?
I think in class, my biggest pet peeve would be when people sleep in class. I mean, hello, I am really entertaining. How could you possibly sleep through my stuff?
I agree.
Thank you.
What's your name and what do you teach?
I'm Miss Mercer and I teach sewing.
What's your biggest pet peeve and why?
So probably my biggest pet peeve, and they can all attest, one is just talking and clowning around when I'm teaching. And my reason would be, see, they're laughing over there because it's true. Because how are you going to learn to sew? How are you going to know what to do if you don't hear me? And maybe you don't want to hear me, but what about those in the class that do want to hear me? And then how are they going to hear me? And they want to learn, so it drives Mama crazy.
Thank you.
Is that fair?
Wow, Grizzlies, those were some interesting pet peeves. My name's JC Norris. Back to you at the studio.
You all have understandable pet peeves, like mine.
Yeah, but moving on. Do you know what we celebrate in the month of April?
Ooh, I know this one. Easter!
Well, yeah. But we also celebrate Autism Awareness Month that many don't know about.
Wow, I didn't know about that. And I would like to know more. Now let's go to Jaden to teach us.
Hey guys, I'm Jaden Rangel, and did you know this month is Autism Awareness Month? Let's go raise awareness and go learn about it together. Why is awareness for autism important? Without awareness for what autism is and how it manifests, it becomes difficult for those individuals and society as a whole to fully understand and appreciate the experiences of those on the spectrum. What is the best way to support someone with autism? Focus on clear communication, sensory sensitivities, and understanding their unique needs, while encouraging a safe and inclusive environment. What's your name and what do you teach?
I am Mr. Manning and I teach orchestra.
And what are some ways to make everyone feel included?
Well, an easy way to make people feel included in my class is we get to play music, so you get to choose an instrument and be a part of making wonderful, awesome sounds on some instruments. I'm also just nice to people. It's not that hard, children.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What's your name and what do you teach?
My name is Mr. York and I teach 6th grade science.
And what are some ways to make everyone feel included?
I think really it just comes down to like whatever it is you're doing, just see if they have any interest in it. Try and include them in the things that you do. If they're not interested, obviously they'll show that, but you never know what somebody's going to be interested in.
Yeah, thank you. What's your name and what do you teach?
I'm Amy Lang and I teach special education.
And what are some ways to make everyone feel included?
Well, I actually did a little research on this, and April is Autism Awareness Month, and it's a time to raise awareness, promote understanding, and advocate for individuals with autism. Some ways that kids can get involved, or anyone for that matter, is to wear blue because that's often associated with autism awareness. Another way is just to educate yourself on the autism spectrum and share what you find out with others.
Thank you. I had so much fun learning about that together. I'm Jane Rangel, and back to you in the studio.
That is very cool. Thank you for informing us about Autism Awareness Month.
Hey, Elise, what's your favorite part about being outside?
Feeling the warmth of the sun on my skin.
Wow, so poetic. Let's go to Vice to see ways to keep our Earth beautiful.
Hi Grizzlies, I'm Vaish, and I think Earth Day is so important. Let's go talk to Maddie about it.
Earth is the only planet that is known to be capable to house living organisms, but there are many concerns that we may be making it less habitable. Pollution and climate changes that are happening because of humans is exactly why Earth Day was established. Starting in 1970, Earth Day is celebrated annually on April 22nd. This started because of a trail of events where people were worried that pollution and resources were going to decline negatively. Earth Day being established led to the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, being created to help our Earth. In the last 2 million years, CO2 has never been higher than right now. As well as this, in the past decade only, it has been the hottest it has ever been in the past 125,000 years. And this is because of us. Because of the heat we are facing. Not only are we making things worse trying to fix it, but around 1.2 trillion tons of ice are lost every year because of us. But that's not the only thing that is lost. Over 9 million of people's lives are lost every year from air pollution, and that number is only going to get worse. Thank you to earth.org/data for providing this information. Over to Chase.
While we cannot stop what is happening right now, we can help it. Something we can do is reduce, reuse, recycle. To do this, we need to buy and use more reusable products. And while doing this, we should not throw away items that can be used for something else. For example, reuse a tub holding food and storage. For recycling, there are many different places around that take recycled items. Let's head over to Vish.
Hey Grizzlies, now we have some questions for you. When was the first Earth Day? It was April 22nd, 1970. Who proposed the idea for Earth Day? Senator Gaylord Nelson. How many people gathered on the first Earth Day? Over 20 million people. Happy Earth Day, Grizzlies. I'm Vaish, and remember, our power, our planet. Back to you in the studio.
Wow, isn't the Earth beautiful, Elise?
Yes, it really is. But poetry is also very beautiful.
I hear Miss Weeks is doing a poetry slam with PKMS students and teachers.
That sounds so cool. Let's go to Liam to show us these beautiful poems.
Hey Grizzlies, it's Liam Bodeker. Did you guys hear Miss Weeks is having a poetry slam? If not, let's go check it out.
Frozen dream. I'll take the dream I had last night and put it in my freezer. So someday, long and far away, when I'm an old gray geezer, I'll take it out and thaw it out, this lovely dream I have frozen, and boil it up and sit me down and dip my old cold toes in it.
What's your name and what grade do you teach? I'm Mrs. Weeks and I teach 7th and 8th grade ELA.
How do you feel that your classes took or handled the poetry slam?
Oh, I was very, very proud of them. It may have been my favorite thing we did this year. Almost every single student had the courage to get up in front of their peers and read their wonderful poems. We had a really good time. We had coffee cakes and juice, and we snapped after each poem. We just had a lot of fun.
That's amazing. Do you plan on doing it for 6th grade?
Well, I don't teach 6th grade, but I will be doing it again for 7th grade again next year for sure.
My bad.
And I will say maybe one of my favorite things was how many teachers came to read poetry and watch the students read their poetry. So that was really cool to have the teacher participation too.
Did you have any favorite poems?
I mean, I think what I love is there was such a variety. I have so many favorite poems, but there was such a variety of poems, and it made it exciting to watch.
That's amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.
Eating Fruity Pebbles. Wait, no, hold up. Eating Captain Crunch is like eating knives. It scrapes your mouth. But Fruity Pebbles is my one motivation in life. It paved the way to my success. It made me see life in a whole new perspective. My life has changed ever since I found Fruity Pebbles.
My poem is called Fruity Pebbles. Okay. Eating Fruity Pebbles is like watching your firstborn child grow up. Fruity Pebbles are like drinking Saratoga water and eating banana peels. Fruity Pebbles are like a rainbow of flavor going right into your mouth. When I eat Fruity Pebbles, it makes me feel like I'm swirling in a whirlpool of goodness.
What's your name and what grade are you in?
Sorry, John, 7th grade.
What did you like about this week's poetry slam?
Some of the poems were like funny in a way.
Nice. Did you have like a favorite poem?
Yeah, mine.
Okay, thank you. What's your name and what grade are you in?
I'm Xavier and I'm in 7th grade.
What did you like about this week's poetry slam?
It was just like very comfortable and like it was nice.
Did you have like a favorite thing about the poetry slam? Like a favorite poem?
The ones about cereal.
Thank you. What's your name and what grade are you in?
I'm Savannah, I'm in 7th grade.
What did you like about this week's poetry slam?
That I didn't have to learn that day.
Did you have like a favorite poem?
No.
Okay, thank you. Wow, those were some amazing poems. Well, anyways, I'm Liam Bodeker signing off back to you in the studio.
Wow, those were wonderful poems.
They were.
What are you so happy about?
I'm so happy because all the GTV members went to the high school to see Wildcat TV, and it was so much fun.
Oh my, I love that trip. Let's go to Lana to see what all happened at the Wildcat TV trip.
Hey Grizzlies, come and join us on a trip to go see what Wildcat TV is like.
Welcome to Wildcat TV. I'm Mr. Marble. I'm in charge of this crazy group of students here that do awesome stuff every single week. This is obviously our studio where if you watch Wildcat TV, hopefully you do a little bit, then you'll notice the studio in different areas that we have around here. You walk through our editing lab, which we will go back into shortly to watch a couple of different segments that students are going to talk about some of those things. Even in middle school, do you feel it's a challenge to like always want to do the fun thing or the funny thing or the skit or that sort of stuff?
Really value your time in the broadcasting class as well. You get tons of free time in there to just literally play around with Adobe and things that you don't really know how to work. And maybe you're even going to be a little bored in there, and that's okay because you're learning new things and you get to try new things. And that's something that I wish I would have done because then it can better help benefit me later here. It really helps you just realize like it teaches you a lot of skills outside of just, like how to interview someone. Like you may not realize it, but even learning how to interview people helps with social instances, and you're learning time management skills. So even if you don't want to do like broadcasting journalism or anything, like that's not something I want to do in my career. I want to be a lawyer, but I still do it because I love it so much and it teaches me so many great things.
They got to go to an award show where they had like a red carpet and they showed their music video on a big huge screen. They had a whole bunch of different categories. People got to see it, all that sort of stuff.
What's your name and what grade do you teach?
I'm Mr. Marble and I'm in charge of all video classes here at the high school.
All right. And do you have any advice for students coming to the high school next year and what they should do?
Yeah, my advice would be to try a lot of different classes. We offer so much here at the high school that basically anything that you have an interest in, there's going to be some class or activity or club that has that to offer you. So definitely look for all the opportunities.
Well, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. What's your name and what grade are you in?
My name is Keelan Johnson. I'm a senior.
All right. And what do you think about Wildcat TV, and do you encourage people to join?
I would 100% encourage people to join Wildcat TV. Wildcat TV is a great place to advance your skills in editing and camera work and even just social skills, just simple social skills that include talking to other people. And I met some really cool people that will always be part of my life, and it's a great place.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Wow, Grizzlies. It seems like they're doing some really awesome stuff on Wildcat TV. I'm Lana Cassive, and back to you in the studio.
That trip was the funnest thing ever.
I totally agree. And remember, it's a great day to be a Wildcat.
Seriously, Elise, one trip to the high school and you already think you're in Wildcat TV?
My bad. It sounds so wonderful. But that's it for this episode of GTV.
I'm Colin Batcher.
And I'm Elise Zhang. And remember, Grizzlies,
we are
Team PK.
Earth Day, Miss Weeks, Poetry Slam, and GTV.
That's your first line. How did you
Oh, I didn't know about that. I forgot my line.
It's right there!
Ava! Yeah, look, cousin.
Other way. Yeah.
Hey.
Hey guys! Hey guys, welcome back!
Oh. I thought you were just saying that. Oopsies. Alright, I'll lock in. Bro, what is, you put funnest as a word?
You're getting your mic privileges taken away? I get both. Get out!
Oh my goodness.
Go
you ruined the clip. Don't go.
Guys, we have one more clip left. Just do it, bro.
That trip was the funnest thing
Oh,
ever. Team
Team
PK.
God dang it.